Hi everyone, this is Coach Lana checking in, and I am cutting another t-shirt. I'm doing the same cutting job I did before. I'm just showing it a different way, just in case you're interested, and this one is for the 1 billion rising. So I'm taking a t-shirt. This one's oversized. I took one that's more my size, and now I'm taking one that's bigger, so we'll see how it turns out. This one's for 1 billion rising, so just pay attention. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with cutting the neck part out, and don't be precise, don't be exact. What you do need is sharp scissors, but you don't need to worry about all of the cuts being perfect, because especially since you're going really close to the seam, if you find that it is not quite what you want, you have lots of room to fix it up. Okay, you're going to notice a lot of fur bunnies on my floor. I have 3 dogs, and they shed like crazy, so that is that. That's all I need to say, right? So you dog owners know what I'm talking about. So this is my second shirt. This one's also a lot bigger than my first shirt, so I'm cutting this one a little bit faster. For those of you who are really good at sewing and stuff, you probably don't think I'm cutting very fast, but I don't sew. I don't do any crafty stuff at all. So for me to even do this is kind of a big deal, because I am not good at this kind of stuff at all. But I watched several different videos, and I took what I liked from each one of them. So a lot of times when people do the halters, they actually cut it in really narrow, and I didn't really like that cut because it doesn't give you a lot of leeway if you make mistakes, or if you decide you want to change it. I'm cutting by the armpits right now. Now, if you want it to be tight, tied up higher on your back, you probably don't want to cut it that low. The only reason I'm doing that is I know I kind of want it to hang off my rear, and then I'm cutting it here because this is where I'm going to use it to tie around my neck. And I'm just going to make it a little bit narrower, and I hope I'm not going to cut my fingers off, because these are really, really, really sharp scissors, and I tend to be pretty bad with sharp objects. Very, very bad with sharp. We're going to leave that like that. And then I'm going to cut off the end. I'm going to end up using the sleeves for some bows that I'm going to put on, or I'm going to tie on this. Now, I know this shirt's really long and large, so I'm not even going to worry about cutting the bottom correctly, but I am cutting it near the seam. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because the bottom tends to kind of roll up anyway, and if you don't like that, you have to figure something out. And then I just kind of stretch it so that it has a nice relaxed fit. Now, what I did learn from my last cutting job is that I'm trying to center my 1 billion rising so it's kind of even, and I'm going to cut up the middle because I want to tie all this up the back. So I'm going to tie this up the back. Oh, I left some seam on here. I'll take care of that in a little bit. Actually, it doesn't really matter, so I'll probably just leave that. I don't really care. I end up wearing this shirt one time. Is this. Okay, so I did it this way so I don't have to cut twice. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit longer this time. I went a little bit shorter last time. This is a bigger shirt, so I'm going to see how this works out. These are going to end up being my ties, and even looking at it right now, I'm thinking they're probably still a little bit. I'm going to cut this a little shorter here. Give it a little fatness to it. Okay, so maybe we'll even some of these out just a little bit. Even it out, even it out. This isn't a tank top. I mean, well, it is a tank top, but when I cut my Zumba tanks, I always do the uneven holes on them. Next time I get a new one, I'll have to show you guys that one. Super easy cuts. Super easy cuts. Okay. So boom. And then you want to stretch them all out. You want to give them a good pull. Just give them a pull so they get that distressed. It makes it easier to tie them. And try not to pull too tight, because then you'll rip them off. But if you rip them off, it doesn't really matter. You can just tie 3 together. Whoop-de-doo. It's not a big deal. And so then I end up with this. So I'm going to tie the back. I'm going to tie the top around my neck. And what I didn't show in my last video is that I took the sleeve And I went ahead and cut the edge of the sleeve off. Oh, let's move that. Black on black, not good, right? That's the bottom of the sleeve. And then I went ahead and I cut off these. I only did one so far, but I'm going to do another one. And then I cut them so that they're separate. I don't really care if the seam's in there or not. You can cut that off if you want, because I'm just going to use them to tie bows. And I take them and then I tie little bows here and here. That way it kind of changes the look of the front. So I'm going to go ahead and put this together and put it on, and we'll see how it turned out. Hopefully pretty good. We shall see. Hi everyone, I'm back. So here's the finished product. I took the bows and put them here to kind of separate this out, and I stretched it out. So it blends in a little bit with my pants right now. I'm planning on wearing red pants to the event. And then we've got these ties here. So what I said before is if you want it to be up higher, you just won't cut it down to the armpit holes. Cut it down about halfway. Then you can always cut it more if you want. I kind of like it laying open in the back because I'm going to be wearing a red bathing suit top, and I'm going to be wearing red pants, so I want to show off the bathing suit top. So we're going to be doing 1 Billion Rising Flash Mob in LA on February 14th, 2013. So if you're seeing this video before then, please join us and support the Strike Dance Rise Up. It's onebillionrising.org. Please go to them and support the organization. Alright, so thank you for watching. This is Coach Lana, and I'm out of here.